Hi, this is Alan08, and I'm going to also be reviewing Real Housewives Potomac of season 8. Um, and it starts off with a trailer of how everybody's doing. And from the trailer, it looks like Robyn is getting her karma for how she was always up in other people's business and being the mean girl along with Giselle. And after she maligned Candace's husband Chris over some BS lies regarding his sexually harassing or sexually assaulting somebody when he did nothing wrong, and now she's in the hot seat for why she decided not to tell about Juan, or why she married Juan, or his cheating and his scandals. Like, instead of putting it out there in a season like they expected everyone else to put their business out there, she chose to use her podcast or Patreon and have people pay in order to hear what's going on between her and Juan. So basically, the way I see it, this is her karma. Sorry, kid. So we start off with Robyn's discussion about the prenuptial agreement with Juan that they made last year. And then there was also talks of if she should add in the infidelity clause. And Juan doesn't think it's necessary because he doesn't think that infidelity will be an issue. Until it is, because reports are out that he's been seen with some woman in Canada at in a hotel. He's been seen with the woman doing laundry with her. So he says. And then there's reports about him being at a nail salon with another woman. And I have to say, though we don't know what actually happened because we were not with Juan in this set and these women, it's not looking too good for you, bro. Especially after you cheated on Robyn in the past and you guys decided to get married again after all that's happened, and then you do this and we hear this. It's looking very fishy. So, and yeah, Robyn's main storyline seems to pick up from where it left off last season. Like from the end of the season and the reunion, where she finally marries Juan, and there's already problems due to infidelity. Personally, I mean, I know this is none of my business and Robyn's going to do what she wants to do, but she shouldn't have bothered. And apparently she hasn't learned a damn thing, so what more can we expect? Like I said, it's her life and her business, but here we are talking about it because she's on a reality show. And this time nobody's going to let her get away with skating by without talking about it. Let's see. And even Giselle, her homie, her ace boon, is having concerns about Robyn, and she's willing to talk about it with her on the camera. Like, look, we gotta talk about this. Like, I don't like what's going on with you, and I don't like how you're being treated, and you deserve better than this. And I do believe that Giselle really does care about Robyn because they are like this, but at the same time, you did kind of help her keep this under wraps while helping her mistreat some of the other ladies. So Giselle's not that far behind from Robyn. And yeah, when Giselle brought up the report about Juan being seen with a woman in Canada, and per the article from All About the Tea, it said the woman has receipts to back up that she was with Juan in that very hotel. And that's also a recording added from Robyn and Giselle's podcast, Reasonably Shady, that they were talking about the infidelity, and it seemed like Robyn was excusing. I mean, like, she said that, oh yeah, like Juan was an idiot, but it's like, it seemed like she was just basically excusing his actions. It's like, okay, whatever you want, whatever you say, girl. And like I said, instead of talking about this, they choose to go after Wendy and go after Candace's husband, which is very hypocritical and passive aggressive of them. Okay, not passive aggressive, just hypocritical and wrong. And Robyn had the nerve to call Juan an idiot. Says the one who agreed to marry him again. Seems like both of you are two peas in a pod. Like, you basically both deserve each other. Yeah, like, who are you calling an idiot? And you decided to marry him again after what you guys have been through, not just with the cheating, but like the money problems and all that. So at this point, you're basically getting what you feel you deserve. Okay. But when I don't really believe it when Giselle says that, despite what has happened, that Robyn and Juan have gotten past this. But have they really? Like, is it Robyn and Juan that have not got past this, or is it her friends that haven't got past this because they don't believe that Robyn is happy or that she's dealing with it the way she's supposed to? I don't know. We'll see how this goes. Now, Karen, on the other hand, she definitely does not believe Juan never got physical with said woman in Canada. And she is the one that brought up the whole woman that Juan was with at the laundromat. So, and not even Ashley believes any of this either. So, but then again, Karen has her own bone to pick with Robyn anyway. So, all right. And Robyn is seen setting up pictures of her sons and of her other family members in frames. And Robyn talks about how exhausted she is because life seems to be a bigger bitch. About how much of a bitch life is, and she would know. But not even she can compare to how much of a bitch life and karma is. And I don't know. Do any of you feel bad for her sons at this point, considering the toxic relationship Robyn and Juan seem to have? Because I feel like there'll be very bad examples of how to move about in life, and about if they were to have girlfriends or if they were to have meaningful relationships. They would have a bad example to look up to. Yeah, I just feel bad for the boys for that. And she was telling Juan when she decided to talk about his infidelity, and about the reports that came out on her podcast. She said she didn't expect the firestorm that came from that, with everybody posting about it and everything, posting their opinions about that. And I just have to say, Robyn, you do realize you're on a reality television show, right? And you do realize how reality television works. Anytime you're on a reality television show and you talk about your life, naturally people are going to have questions, or people are going to be tuned in and have opinions. And when you bring up something like this, of course people are going to talk about it. And of course you're going to face judgment, because, as much as we say we shouldn't judge other people, people do it anyway. So, what did you expect? I mean, did you expect any different? And if that's the case, then maybe reality television show or the Reality Housewives is not the place for you to be. Get off the show and really fix things with Juan, considering you want to stay with him and that you chose to marry him for whatever reason. So, but you like the fame, you like the money. I don't know what it is with you, but I'm not you, so whatever. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, another thing. Like I mentioned before, you chose, along with your friend Giselle, to talk about said infidelity on your podcast. knowing, especially after the drama you all caused, like I said, this is like your karma. Because like now you're the one that's in the hot seat. Now you're the subject or the focus of all the drama and the gossip. How does it feel? Let's see. Let's see. And Juan's excuse for the woman in Canada is that he was just being nice and just trying to helping a woman down on her luck out. Because apparently they were in the casino. Let's see. Like, you know, just like as if he was helping out some homeless people, just giving out money, you know, just acting out of the goodness of his heart. And in the case of this woman, she was in town visiting someone from the Ravens team, lost her wallet at the casino, reached out to him to help her out, and agreed to pay for her hotel room. And he says, in his words, weird as it sounds, I know it sounds weird, but it's the truth. Okay. Fine. I definitely have a certain vibe that he is gaslighting her about all of this. But then again, like I said, we weren't there, so how could we know otherwise? Okay, next scene. Karen is meeting with Candace and Wendy for either lunch or dinner, I don't know, because like it looked like it was about how I was looking outside. It looked like it would be like turning to sunset, and then it changed to being to nighttime outside, so I'm assuming it was like dinner. Candace will be heading back to LA to do 2 more performances. Good for her, and I'm glad her music career is taking off. All the love to her, and I hope she has like a very successful music career for years to come. Honestly, I do. And then Wendy arrives, and it's just really cool and sweet to see them genuinely happy to see each other, especially after what they went through last season from the Green-Eyed Bandits. So it's just great just to see them like banding together like this, like team. We're team. We've been through enough crap from other people, so we're gonna stick together. And Wendy announces that she gave up alcohol for Lent, and Lent is over now, and that she carries a rosary with her in her purse. Okay. And she explains that from all the crap that was thrown at her from the reunion and from last season, bounced off her thanks to said rosary in her purse. Rosary that she keeps with her. Alright. And then Candace amusingly remarked, you know, I could have used that rosary for me, because I went through some crap too. Maybe I would be just like you if I had that rosary with me. It's just funny. And the comment about having a rosary on hand helped to keep crap at bay, helped Karen to segue into recapping about the drama from last year, and basically at the reunion. When asked if she's cool with anybody, Karen admits that she's okay with Giselle, with Ashley, but Robyn has some accountability, needs to do some taking accountability, and she's right. Robyn does have a whole lot to answer for, because obviously nobody believes that Robyn doesn't know about it. Like, I mean, it's okay. Maybe I was wrong. I think it's basically agreed among the three that Robyn is delusional about what's going on. They would know better than me, but okay. I mean, not saying that I don't believe Robyn is delusional. I'm just watching just like everybody else is watching as a viewer. And Karen especially feels that way because she recapped how Robyn came after Candace, and came after Wendy, but she kept the stuff to herself the whole time. And that it was hypocritical of Robyn to do that, and unfair that Chris Bassett was put through the ringer over lies. And it is unfair. And this is why it's hard for women to be believed because like when they know that they can play, like they can play on certain emotions, because like it's bad enough that women are not believed when they come forward and admit that they've been harassed or raped or worse. And then to hear women like Giselle make up stuff like that, knowing people will automatically believe it and it turn out that they're lies, it just makes it bad all around. So let's see, what did I say? And Karen just said like Robyn is a liar and a projector, and it's agreed upon with Candace and Wendy. And in the confessionals, Wendy has admitted to being open about her life, and even Karen says in the confessional that she's like an open book. But when a producer asks Wendy if she feels that Karen has been 100% open about her life, Wendy doesn't say anything. Wendy doesn't answer right away. But after just a moment, she says, next question. It's like, oh, like, I guess Wendy would know. So I guess maybe Karen could use taking accountability for some stuff too. We'll see. And then the ladies talk about how they feel that Robyn doesn't care if Juan cheats on her, and they wonder if she's truly married. And I don't know if it was Wendy or Candace that asked to see her marriage certificate to see if it's legit, or if it's just an arrangement they have. But they all agree that she's projecting and deflecting. Yeah. From what I see, yeah, it looks that way. Okay, and there's Ashley. Ashley has a new home, and it has a seaside in the city theme. And here's the kicker. Even though Michael does not live in that house with her, his name is on the mortgage. And Ashley is against taking his name off said mortgage. So she's using it as like a security blanket for her if something should go south. Okay. So even though she's a homeowner of that house, it seems like, I don't know, seems like Michael still holds some of the power as far as like paying the mortgage and paying off certain things, just in case that she can't do it on her own. Another thing they share is the co-parenting for her sons, Dean and Dylan. And I just want to point out one thing I had a problem with in this scene. And it was when one of the boys was already standing on the countertop, and he was number one. Number two, he was barefoot. Number three, he was pulling his brother up by his hands to join him onto the countertop, and he was also barefoot. The mother in me is like, no, get down from that counter right now. I mean, it's bad enough that you're barefoot on the counter, which is very unsanitary, by the way, but you are helping your brother up, which by his hands onto the countertop, which could prove to be very fatal, because somebody could get hurt. It's bad enough that one boy was standing on the countertop like that, and he could have gotten himself up. Now he's going to risk having someone else get hurt? Like, oh no. Get your ass down off that counter now. But that's just the mom in me. And that part just didn't sit right with me at all. But even though Michael's not living in the house, Ashley does have a nanny to help out with her boys. And you know what, I'm just going to say this. Ashley should have been watching her boys a little more closely. Otherwise, they would not be standing on the countertop like that. Like, please do better, Ashley. me as a mom, I know I understand how it is when your kids are running around or like they're playing around and you're doing something and you can't really see every little thing that they're doing. It's like, Ashley, please do better. Let's see, I already mentioned Michael's name on the mortgage in her home, and Ashley won't take name off the mortgage. Oh yeah, and Giselle calls her, and she updates her about what's going on with her, especially as far as Grace preparing to head off to college, and Giselle jokes about moving into Ashley's new house with her. Yeah, anyway, and she also brings up she also asks how things are going with her and Michael, because she brings up how someone sent a picture to her of Ashley in the Bahamas with Michael. Who sent the picture of her to Giselle is anyone's guess. Like, Giselle, this is why people don't trust you. Like, why are you bringing up, like, why is it your business about the whole Ashley and Michael being in Bahamas? Like, focus on your own shit, okay? But anyways, Giselle invites Ashley over along with Charisse and Robyn. Sort of Ashley and Giselle are going to try to stage like a sort of like a intervention with Robyn as far as her situation with Juan, and to make her see that, like, what are you doing? Like, this is not right. You deserve better. You need to be better. Even Giselle's echoes Karen's opinion that Robyn is delusional. And I was wondering, will you, as good as a friend you are to Robyn, will you actually tell her that to her face? Or that prove to be too much honesty for you to say that to your own friend? We'll see. And Ashley mentions her own experiences of having difficult conversations with Robyn that did not go well. So she's very nervous about how Robyn will receive like, Ashley trying to put some reason into her. And now we join Giselle in her kitchen with her new man, Jason. For some reason, okay, this shows that I don't really watch Summer House or Winter House, because I thought I read somewhere that Jason was from Summer House, but apparently he's from Winter House, which would explain how Giselle met Jason through Ashley, who was dating somebody also from Winter House named Luke. Ashley and Luke aren't together anymore, but that's how Giselle met Jason. And maybe with this relationship, supposedly, Giselle will be too occupied with getting to know her man and enjoying her time with him to be worried about what other people are doing in their relationships. Well, we'll see. Giselle is mentally trying to prepare for Grace going off to college. Giselle explains that when Grace first saw him, she had an inkling that Jason was her new man. It's like, there's no fooling Grace. Like, who is this man? Like, are y'all together or what? And she admits that she's not too sure of him, and that's how she is with each man Giselle is involved with, because I guess it's from the situation from Giselle and her ex-husband Jamal, and even Grace sees like, okay, when new men come into her life, Grace is not sure if they're gonna stick around. Like, she's wondering how long they're gonna stick around for, or if they're not gonna stick around a lot, if they're gonna hurt her mother. So I guess I can understand Grace having some sort of like standoffish vibe regarding Giselle's men, because it'll take her a while to get to know somebody or to warm up to them, especially when it involves her mother. So I get that. Then we get Mia. I didn't really get too invested with Mia's story because I don't really care like that. But what I did get was that Mia has decided to cut out alcohol. Like when she said, like, did you know she had told Gordon, did you know I was cutting out alcohol? Gordon said that she didn't know she wasn't drinking anymore. And she says, well, I told you I wasn't drinking anymore. And he said, well, I saw you take a glass of wine, which is technically still alcohol. And then that's when she fessed up in her confession, said, okay, she's decided to quit drinking hard liquor because of the mind and mood altering substances within that. It's like, okay, if you know for sure that you're still drinking wine, then why would you say you cut out alcohol? Like, next time, be specific. Like, just next time, just say you've given up hard liquor, but you're still drinking wine. Right? Just say that. And I say this because she's been known to, well, she's been known to have a bad habit for telling these little lies to get attention. So that's why I said that. And as far as her quitting hard liquor, she says that she likes the person that she is without it. Well, I sure hope so, because I'm sure all that alcohol is what got you out of that trouble in the first place. With, say, Karen, with Wendy especially. So yeah, keep with that. And she says when Warden asked her what caused her to stop drinking liquor, she answers that the last cocktail she's had was when things went wrong with Karen. And so basically, alcohol is what caused her reckless mouth, amongst other things. Let's see. Candace and Chris are having their picnic in the park. Karen thinks back on the hard year that she's had with some of the ladies, accusing her husband of sexual harassment and being inappropriate. Well, I don't blame her for that, because like how dare you accuse my husband of something that's not true, and when you knew that my husband has been nothing but nice and gentlemanlike to you, and for you to pull this, very insulting. And she's happy to be home after performing for 3 months. And Chris asked about Candace's meeting with Wendy and Karen. Candace recaps with him about the discussion about Robyn and about how they all feel like she's projecting and deflecting. Like, while she was busy maligning Chris, she could have talked about her situation with Juan, but chose not to do so. And it bothers her how she wasn't honest about her own situation. And she wonders if Robyn only supported her and Chris so that nobody would bring up what's going on with her and Juan. Good question. Damn good question, Candace. And now the final scene of the episode is when Giselle's preparing the arrangement of the food and wine for when Charisse, Ashley, and Robyn come by. And the operation is, in its operation, tough love for Robyn. Charisse is the first person to arrive, and she's nervous about how Robyn will receive them being straight with her. Ashley arrives next, and she shades Giselle's house, or Hotel Giselle, because the last time she was over, the house was under construction, and apparently it still is. And Ashley's wondering when Hotel Giselle will be fully completed. And they talk about how the conversation with Robyn will go, and they wonder what Juan was doing at the nail salon with another woman. And Giselle reveals to the ladies that Robyn doesn't care much about the rumors regarding Juan and that woman, and wonder if she's in denial, delusional, both, maybe both. And Robyn finally arrives, and then they just get right into it. Oh, after the whole food and drink small talk, they get right into it. And Robyn looks a little rattled, coming from just because it's coming from Giselle that they want to talk about her and Juan, and that she spoke to Ashley and Charisse about it. Yeah, Robyn didn't look too happy after this. Like, what the hell? What the hell, Giselle? What are you doing? And this whole thing right here was just, okay, you ladies are just wasting your time, because like Robyn defends the woman as someone that works with Juan, and the article that was printed about it was just nothing but lies, and people are running with it. And when Ron told her that he was going to the nail salon with Bree, like Coach Bree, that's the woman's name, she responded with, the block is hot about the rumors going on between you and that woman, and just like with you and other women, all he could say was, okay, whatever. And it's just exhausting at this point. It's like she's not really interested in fixing anything with her relationship or taking action at all. And plus Robyn just repeats over and over again that she does not care. Giselle, Ashley, and Charisse are exhausted with this, and basically so am I. And I'm just a viewer in Michigan. I'm not there for that meeting. Personally, and another thing, like Robyn, instead of placing the blame on Juan for causing her all this heartache and drama, she wants to blame the world for the broken relationship, for what's broken between her and Juan. Okay, it's just at this point, it's like, again, why did you choose to marry him again? Like, do you just enjoy being in pain? Do you just feel like you can't do any better? I mean, is that what's going on here? Are you scared to leave him because you feel like either you can't do any better than Juan, or you just want to say that you have a man with you? It's like, it's just talking to a brick wall at this point. So if Robyn feels like this situation is okay with her and she doesn't care, then there's nothing else to discuss, and maybe the other ladies should just leave it alone and let her live. But anyways, that's the episode. I look forward to recapping this season, and I look forward to seeing next episode when Ashley introduces her friend NECA. This should be interesting. The thing is, though, it's like during the trailer, NECA seems to announce to the group that Wendy's mother has a shrine in her closet, or what she worships. It's like, what's with the obsession with Wendy and her family? Like, what's going on with that? Like, is this your way of trying to malign Wendy, or to take her down, or what? But we'll see in the next episode or throughout the season of how that unfolds. Until then, see you later.